Hey guys, what's up?
Happy FlatBill Friday.
Happy FlatBill Friday. This is Sydney's first FlatBill Friday as a
5-year-old.
As a 5-year-old. That's so awesome. So, believe it or not, she's been helping me do these since she was 3. And now you're 5. How awesome is that?
Cool.
So cool. So, we have Sydney here to help us because she's going to make a special announcement at the end of the video. But first and foremost, we just want to share, I want to share a quick experience from this week. It's something that brought me back to a lesson that I think I've always heard, and I believe we all have probably heard many times. And that's the quote or the comment or the mindset around the fact that there's danger in the comfort zone. I think we all agree that when we push ourselves and we get outside of our comfort zones, we find that that's where we see growth. And it's not always comfortable, obviously, and it's not always easy, and it's not always where we want to be, but we know that if we persevere and grind through it, we usually become better. And so earlier this week, I was having a conversation with a client, and in the conversation, we were comparing different information and using different facts and figures to come up with a response to basically to a buyer. And in real estate, my job, my responsibility is a fiduciary one. So while we can look at all the numbers and the information and all the facts and the different opinions, ultimately my job is to represent what my client wants me to represent, as long as it's in a ethical and within the rules of engagement. So even if I don't 100% agree, it's my responsibility to represent it. So through the course of the conversation, I felt we should do things in one way. That person felt like we should do things in a different way. And as we're getting off the phone, I said, okay, that's what I'll do then. And they said, well, hey, if you don't feel comfortable, that's not the goal here. I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. And in that second, I really appreciated that person thinking of me. And my first thought or my first response was to say thank you. But then I kind of caught myself and I realized that's not really what it should be. It's not about my comfort. If I'm representing a service, if I'm representing a product or a person, my job isn't to feel comfortable. My job is to represent that person the way we agreed I'd represent them. And what I found, so I went out and I had that conversation, the uncomfortable one. And after that conversation, even though it was uncomfortable, I learned a lot from it. And I gained credibility with the other party. And I realized that I was stretching myself outside of the comfort zone and becoming better for it. And ultimately, I also proved my value and my responsibility to my client. And so whether it's a sales role, whether it's an administrative role, whether it's operational, or maybe it's not even work related, maybe it's within a school or a church or some other organization, and when we get challenged to maybe do things that we don't necessarily feel comfortable with, remember, it's not whether or not you feel comfortable, it's whether or not you're going to grow through that experience. So just wanted to share that with everybody for this week. And like I said, Sydney has a special announcement because it is Super Bowl Sunday. So Sydney, who's your prediction? Do you want to grab this?
The Rams.
The Rams? What's the score? How much are they going to win by?
16.
16 points. You heard it here first. Put it all on 16 points, Rams. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. And don't be afraid to get uncomfortable and grow through the experience. Talk to you this week.